in Allentown, Pennsylvania says, "Hey, Giant Bomb, what's the best type of buffet? Chinese, pizza, or the one that just have dinner foods, ham slices, turkey, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, etc.?"
Bellagio.
You say Bellagio?
Does that count?
That's that seafood one, isn't it?
It's everything.
Okay,
it's an everything. It's just
it's
high
a standard
end.
Vegas hotel.
But
buffet.
let's not talk. We're not talking specific.
type.
I really like Cliff House.
Chinese is I don't
Sunday
know if
brunch.
yeah, that's expensive, and you got to wear slacks to that.
Again, you guys are getting too specific.
Chinese is always of questionable effect on your health.
But a pizza buffet will be so short-lived. Like, that's doughy. How far could you really go down on a pizza buffet?
There used to be a place. Let me tell you a tale, Vinny. There used to be a
dark
place. Really bad, dark place in Roanoke Park called Paradise Pizza.
All right, paint me this picture.
This place is long since closed. I think there's some like
a health club there.
Club there now, which is just like reversing the bad mojo that was created.
It was attached to the Q-Czar.
It was attached to the laser tag place. So you go play some laser tag or some bad arcade games, or you go to Tube Town, which was also attached.
What happens at Tube Town?
It's just like, those like hamster tube things that you put kids. It's like McDonald Land, but huge.
Did it smell?
And there's lots of ball pits and stuff.
Oh wow!
It's kind of like indoor bounce house plus all that other dumb stuff.
Things ain't sanitary.
Yeah, lost children in there forever, souls. That's
like absolutely. There's definitely
crazy.
That shit was haunted, no doubt.
Max Payne 3 level taking place.
So
in
this
Tube Town.
clearly a high quality eatery that would be directly attached, and I mean like the same space, not just like it's next door to it. Yeah. Like you walk in through the Q-Czar door and then you make a left and go into
tiki looking area,
shitty tiki looking place that was also a running sports bar.
Sorry, I'm gonna interrupt you. I got to take off.
Bye, Brad.
I got to get back to Final Fantasy.
All right, have fun.
See you.
Cast Firaga.
Yes.
I am, but you still got me. I'm still under the spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this place, one night a week. Thursday nights?
Eventually they expanded it to like 3 nights a week.
Oh,
but Thursday was the night.
I had quit. I had broken the shackles earlier than that. You guys kept going after I had bowed out. But it's a place that one night a week, you put down some money, all you can eat pizza.
What kind of pizza?
But it wasn't a buffet style. It was just like order up.
And keep ordering.
So
we were ordering 2 large pizzas, and then as soon as those would show up...
There were 3 of us sitting down usually.
Yeah, usually. Sometimes
a
4.
Team of 3. Sometimes we'd have some extras.
2.
Sometimes 2. It was not good when
Never
it was
won.
2.
Never won.
Never won. No. Not on my watch, at least.
You get pictures of soda?
Yes, pictures of whatever.
Pictures of soda. They were expecting to make it up on the beer, but we would get soda.
Sometimes I would order a pitcher of beer and then just drink out of the pitcher.
Yeah.
Make like I was in Midnight Madness. Say that a lot.
So yeah, the 2 pieces would show up, and you would immediately order 1 more.
Because you needed it in the chamber. Because otherwise you'd finish that first one, or you'd finish the first 2 between the 2 of you, and then you're waiting for the next one, and then your fullness starts hitting you, and you're like, you can't do. So we were, maximizing our health degeneration in this.
Pizza, right?
Yeah, chaining pizza combos basically,
but not combos.
Infinite combinations.
Yes.
And you wouldn't eat the crust because you're like, no, that's just more dough.
I always ate the crust because I like the crust.
You gotta stay off the crust. You gotta stay off that crust, son.
That's how you lose.
And
I got crust and I got crusted.
And then the weird epilogue to all this is that Jeff ended up living with like one of the waitresses.
All three of them were
girls that we met from this awful pizza place, from our awful pizza eating habits that almost killed us.
You sure you just weren't in some pizza fever dream for like 3-4 months?
He lived with these girls for a while, and then they eventually all moved out, and then he lived in that place with a bunch of other degenerates.
Yeah, I started moving my friends in. When you live with 3 girls, like they kept the place nice, and the bathrooms were clean, and it was like
nice party house.
And they were all in college, so it was like they were drinking all the time. Like I was like waking up like on a Thursday morning and walking out, and there's like a girl watching TV drinking a can of Bud Light at like 8:30 in the morning. I'm like, this is the best. Get home and like sake bombs. I'm like, wow, all right, what? All right, yeah, sure, fine.
And they keep track of that whiteboard. They keep track of bills and just they were they were partiers, but they were responsible.
You flip the coin,
and then you came in, and then the first girl left.
They started graduating.
First girl left, and it was like, well, my buddy here needs a place to live. Or not even my buddy, this guy that I know from this band. This guy that I
sort of know who's in a band, I'm going to try and get him to live here because he seems like he's okay. He didn't even really need a place to live.
Really?
Yeah.
He's just sort of like, hey, just come live out in the wilderness here.
I think his living situation was not great, so it was like it was kind of like a take it or leave it sort of thing. But it would end up being closer to his work. So like the girl who had the master bedroom moved out, so I moved in there, and then my room was open. So then Chris moved in there.
Yes, and so that random roommate ended up being half of Midnight Brown.
Yeah,
yeah. So it all comes back to shitty all-you-can-eat pizza.
So that's
a world unfurled.
There's a whole crazy exactly. Like the
things that happened because of Paradise Pizza in our lives are significant.
I learned how to drink Jägermeister
at Paradise Pizza.
No, because at that house.
Because of that house was home to lots of drunk teens.
So awesome.
So to answer your question, I don't know, Chinese.
No, I would say like dinner food, like macaroni and cheese, and slices of roast beef and mashed potatoes.
That could be good. Like just the swings can be real hard. Like I think there's a lower level of general quality to a Chinese buffet, but the variations are more slight.
I've had crappy pizza at Chinese buffets.
Sure, yeah.
I have.
Yes, as have I.
Yeah.
As have I.
No, I'm taking I think there's a less variation at the dinner place. Like when they're just carving meat off a big hunk of meat. This dude sitting there kind of dressed up like chef, but he ain't no chef.
He's got tattoos on his hands and shit. It's like, no.
That's my favorite.
Vinny?
I don't know if I've been to this dinner style.
It's just like, hometown buffet. Just like
Vegas style buffet. Like they've got that same type stuff. Yeah, sure. They got
fried chicken, but it's just like, they've got the carving stations, so it's like,
would you like some roast beef?
Yeah, they've got like fried chicken, and they got salads, and they got, it's just like regular salad bar, dinner food.
I feel like the Chinese food umbrella fits so much of that stuff in a really bad quality.
Right, yeah, yeah. Like I like a Chinese food buffet that has French fries and pizza.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And like fried chicken sometimes.
Right,
and
yeah.
But that stuff is never like of the same quality as going to a place that dedicates to like, we got all these mashed potatoes, come and get some of these mashed potatoes.
Usually, and
what I like to do when I get out.
Well, see, I think we're getting into some weird like I think if we're going to say Chinese buffet, we have to like say Chinese food at the Chinese buffet. There are definitely Chinese buffets where they pack in, so it's like, well, it's not really a lot of Chinese desserts, so we got all this green jello.
I like the Mongolian barbecue. You want to go like do up a bowl and have them throw it out there and work it around with the sticks. Like that's a buffet technically. I
guess it's kind of a buffet, sure.
Yeah.
And that place also then has a half-ass Chinese buffet attached to that.
But all that stuff went so far downhill in quality when the ownership changed.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah.
Pour one out for the Genghis
Cottingtown
Khan.
Mall, man. It's got nothing now.
I think we've talked about buffet before, and I'm off my game. I
can't really... Jeff and I, over the Christmas break, we went to that awful, soul-crushing buffet experience, and I don't think I need to eat at a buffet again for
I've never really
had
long time. That kind of sadness that a lot of people have of like, oh, man, I've gotten old until I've gone back to a buffet. And
that was, we realized, like, no, man, I can't do this anymore.
That's the thing. Like, I look back to the pizza era of just like, dude, we ate 4 large pizzas and there's 2 of us. That's bad.
It's super bad.
But then it was like, that's badass.
It was like, yeah, nailed it on these pizzas. Fuck you guys.
And it got really bad because it just became this weird macho posturing of just like, fucking eat. What are you doing? Don't stop. And it's just like everyone egging each other on. And it's like, I can't do it anymore. Like, no, do it.
Suck it up.
Like, it was horrible.
Get to that point,
come on, Nancy.
Yeah. If somebody were to like tap you in the stomach, you'd just feel like you'd rupture.
Yeah.
Just like,
it was a lot. I was just like walking kind of back, like arched back out of the place.
And you know what? It was me moving in with those girls that ruined the whole thing. That we stopped going there.
Thank God. Again, I think I stopped before that happened.
Yeah. And that ended up working out great. Though, yeah, I don't know, because like it was weird, because then the pizza was free, and all of a sudden you don't want it anymore.
That's right.
Well, because it was no longer like we're gaming the system, like they're they charge you this much for the pizza, and we're going to maximize our value. Get out of this place.
Right.
Well, it's like when you work.
And we were taking the pizza home a lot of the time, which they weren't supposed to let you do, but since we were there all the time, it was like...
Yeah.
It's like when you work at one of those places, and then you're like, I don't want to eat this food anymore. Like, I
handle it all day.
One of them was bringing home pizzas like fairly regularly. Just like, it's free food, whatever. And
more money for booze.
Yeah. So it was like that pizza was readily available, but the ironic thing was that at that point, nobody wanted it. It was like, hey, you want to bring home a pizza? Not really. All right, cool, just checking.